Welcome to Buck Bay Flatwoods Preserve.
We're ready to roll and to make sure that people have access to this property that we have purchased for the community.
The preserve is critically important to protecting water resources in the area.
Hatchet Creek, together with Bee Tree Creek, form part of the watershed of Noonan's Lake. Hatchet Creek actually is a very healthy creek. It has a very high species diversity in the aquatic insect category, and it is one of the reasons that Buck Bay Flatwoods is so important in the protection of local water resources.
One of the things that GRU does is provide clean drinking water for our community. So a couple miles west of here is our water treatment plant. That is the single plant where we get all of our water supply for nearly 200,000 people in our community. And that water supply comes from the Florida Aquifer. This project is another just amazing example of that partnership to conserve our water and to make sure we have a sustainable water supply for generations to come.
It's almost a square mile in size, so it's a very large, one of our larger preserves. This preserve has mainly pine flatwoods, but it's got a creek running through it. It's got beautiful wetland systems. It's just a really beautiful preserve with some great trail systems. I'm looking forward to getting on the trails and seeing what it looks like out there.
The preserve protects 9 distinct natural communities and is home to many species of birds, animals, and plants, including some protected species.
You'll see a huge variety of bird species. Migratory birds will be coming through here.
We've seen kingfishers, egrets, ibis, turtles, snakes, all sorts of stuff for visitors to see when they come here.
The gopher tortoise, one of our threatened state species, is out here.
One of the most interesting things that we have here in the pine forests at Buck Bay Flatwoods Preserve are these hooded pitcher plants, which are actually a state-threatened species, but more interestingly, they're actually also a carnivorous plant. The hooded pitcher plant has a hood over the top of a tube, and insects will fly into the hood and then fall into the tube where they're slowly digested by a mixture of rainwater and plant enzymes.
In the fall, it's also a great time to see some flowering species, which you can see here behind me. This is a habitat that requires frequent low-intensity fires, usually every 2 to 3 years. That allows more sunlight to reach the ground, more grasses to grow, which is what a lot of the wildlife that use this habitat like.
Buck Bay Flatwoods Preserve offers visitors almost 3 miles of trails for hiking, biking, and wildlife viewing. Trails are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. from October through March, and 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. from April through September, 365 days a year.
This $1.8 million that Wild Spaces Public Places has put towards the purchase of this land is to make sure that we're extending those resources that we have in terms of keeping parts of Alachua County natural.
The neat thing about this property is that it's going to be here forever, for generations to use and enjoy and explore nature and really reconnect with each other.